Hopefully this is working. Hopefully you guys can see me. Hopefully this is working. So what I have up on the screen is the SPY, because it's ultra important that we talk about the SPY at the levels that it's at right now. So let me just take a look, and the SPY is at 412.44. So that's a pretty important level because the SPY today has reached 413.88 on the top side, where I'll enter puts if it goes again to 413 and about 50. That's where I'm looking to enter puts for the third time today. So I want to talk about the SPY, the different levels, the same things I share with my Discord 349 trading. But what I'm looking at, because right now with the SPY at 412.33, let me enlarge it and just tell you guys, it's in no man's land. So you could look at the SPY, you could look at the, I think I have up, let me just make sure I have up the 3-minute chart. So let's just go to the 1-minute chart. Let's overanalyze it here, okay? There's no real mass demand. There was a little buying at 411, which is kind of the baseline, which we saw right here, these 3-4 large candles all the way up. And then we're seeing the selling. This is the bottom end of the candle. So he's telling you it's going down. Again, it was misleading here because it's telling you it's going back up. So again, the markets are extremely misleading, confusing, which is why I like to talk about the range of the SPY and the fact that we're just sitting in between a range right now. Let's bring it up a little bigger. We're sitting in between a range. So understand, anybody that's watching me, we're at 412.40. So we're at the same notion. So here's the two philosophies or strategy. Okay. Number one, if the SPY breaks through its high on the day, which is 413.88, we will probably see 416 or 417 today. So again, I'm asking you to wait with me patiently on the sidelines and watch the SPY. Again, 413.88 breaks that higher. I want to be in SPY calls because I think we're going to 416 or 417. However, that is not my current strategy. I'm just giving you one option. With the SPY sitting at 412.52, I'm actually looking to get into puts for the third time today. Okay, 412.50 something, I got into 4 contracts. It went up a full $1. I got into 4 more contracts. I said when it goes to 411, I'm going to sell my 8 contracts, which I did. And then I made a message out and I said, again, the SPY's range is too narrow today, and we're still at 412.65. So again, I'm looking for that. Now let's talk about, give you guys some other input, because I've got my watch list up. And rather than just talk about the SPY, if you have any questions, ask away. But we're going to re-edit my watch list, which is pretty good. We'll probably do that for a little while here. So first, I have SoFi Technologies, and SoFi is trading at 759. I'm looking at the 1-month chart. It's got inflow and demand. So understand, to be bullish on SoFi and say SoFi can run back to $9, if the market is strong, SoFi can run to $9, okay? And at 758, you're talking about $1.40. You're talking about 18% higher. So again, if the market continues with its strong bullish sentiment and you see the market go from red to green today, understand that SoFi in the not so distant future will hit $9. Now, the downside is if I'm correct about the market and the market sees some downward pressure, SoFi could easily retouch where it was 4 days ago before the inflows, which was under $7. So 10% lower. So again, same as I tell you with the SPY, if we're in a middle range, like we probably are right now, right, 412.88 or 81, again, the volume's picking up a little, but it would need to go a lot higher and break through for me to be happy about that one and get on some calls. So again, SoFi on the downside, 10% lower, so I'm not touching it. The gap, now the gap is down 6% today, which is no surprise because the Dow's probably down 200 points and the Dow was down as much as 400 points. But I have the gap on there because the gap, they were buying the gap into a rebound play, knowing that, and I'll show you my phone real quick, 3 straight inflow days since earnings, okay, and earnings sucked. But what are they doing today? They're selling off. It's called consolidation. So that might be what's happening. In fact, if the SPY had 5 out of 6 inflow days like it had and 5 out of 6 days going up, today could easily be a consolidation day where it finds a new high like that. If not, the other option is it's going to throw up on itself. So that's kind of what I'm looking for to happen, because that would be correct about the market. Now let's understand, oil is spiking. Russia just announced it's cutting off gas and oil to Finland. Russia announced today they're cutting off gas and oil to Shell Europe. Okay, so oil prices are still going to go higher. Now that's great for oil stocks, but it's terrible for the economy. When you get gas or you were traveling this weekend and you paid over $6 a gallon because that's what I paid, it's going higher. It's probably going to go 50% higher, and oil will top out at 140, and we'll see what the president has to do about it. Other stocks that are consolidating that I have on my watch list, okay? Next one is Marvell Technology, MRVL. And when I'm looking at this, again, similar to the gap, you see 4 out of 5 inflow days. Today is an outflow day, so obviously it's down 2.5%, but it could just be consolidating. So the great news is about the market, so we know whether it's talking about the SPY or SoFi or Marvell, any of these, what could easily happen is if today's consolidation, Wednesday could be consolidation. So it can be an outflow day Wednesday. Thursday could be consolidation. So I'm not just saying that it's going to happen like this. Oh, I think I might have a surprise guest coming on soon. Someone's trying to join on, I think. So hopefully that'll be a surprise to both me and you, but I saw something just pop up. Okay, next on my watch list is Autodesk, because same as the other companies, here's the great thing. You guys want to enter a trade and you think the market's going to get ugly? Here's a company that will go down and fill in 3 straight days of buying. I mean, all these charts look the same because all these charts have 6 straight days of inflow. So Autodesk is on my thing. I've got Costco there. Also, big names. What you see is when they finally decide the market is bottoming, they're showing you Costco has inflow. Now, again, I could bring up, let me just take out this and take this out. We'll do a quick lesson real quick, and then I got it go. So here's what's happening. Market went down. Oh, good, you can see this. And then it rebounded for 6 straight days. So we're back here. Now, understand, if the market turns bearish again, if inflation is at a high, and I mentioned this morning, Germany's inflation, their consumer price index numbers are at all-time high. Their interest rate and everything, inflation is not going down, it's going up. So what could easily happen is we saw 6 straight days of inflow. Now we're seeing 1 day of outflow, which we're only here. Again, people are like, oh, it's going to turn around and go up. Not necessarily. We could see a 2nd day of outflow. We could see a 3rd day of outflow. We might see a whole week of outflow, and we'll be at a lower level than we were before we started the last run. So when I tell everybody, please be cautious when you're investing. All right, so let me know if anybody has any questions. I know we probably have people from the platform on. If you have any questions about stocks or anything like that, please let me know. Hit that like. Now, if you're on the platform, and I know most everybody watching is, please, I'm going to go over right now what you should be doing, because you guys should be going off to, I'm going to put it up. Let's see right here. Okay, market flow commands. It's one of the new channels we added. It gives you quant data, time sensitive. So say I'm looking to go into the SPY right now. I'm going to do a backslash. I'm going to click on the top one that says stats. I'm going to enter the ticker, which is SPY. So it's very easy. And I'm going to give you guys an update quant analysis of the SPY. So right now, as we sit at 11:48 a.m., there are 168 orders for calls, 238 for puts. The volume puts is 3-2, so more people are buying puts, and the premium paid for calls is 362,000, puts 553,000. So market sentiment as we speak about the SPY is bearish. And someone's saying, okay, well, check out somebody else. Check out Amazon. What about Amazon? So if there are any stocks you want me to check out, let me know. But it's easy. You type in stats. Now you type in the ticker after you click on it, and you hit return and search. Okay. Okay. Amazon is completely the opposite. Amazon actually has 45,000 open call orders, a volume of 108,000 contracts, and the puts is half of that. So it's 3-2 in favor of calls for Amazon, and the premium is 415 million, and the put premium is 214 million. So that's a reversal. So I say to myself, okay, that might tell me maybe they want to buy tech. Okay, this needs to go what's through your head. So I'm saying if they're going to buy tech, let me check out the QQQ, which will tell us the flow of tech. Okay, and I'm hoping if you're bearish on the market, you're hoping QQQ is bearish. But because Amazon is bullish, you're assuming, again, make an assumption before you look, that the QQQ numbers will be somewhat bullish. So now I put in the ticker QQQ and I'll hit return, and it quickly provides me, and it's absolutely flat. 61,000 orders on calls, 514,000 contracts, 200 million premium puts, more contracts, 75,000 orders, 613,000 contracts, but less of a premium, 189 million. So it's off about 12 million. So it's about even, okay? But that's why the SPY is probably just maybe between 412 and 413 right now. Let's bring up the SPY. SPY is at, okay, so they've been buying the SPY since, I guess, for the past 20 minutes, low volume, high into the stick. So yeah, it'll probably go up a little higher. Where are we? So I'm predicting, here you guys want a prediction? 414 will reject. In fact, I'm not even sure we get to 414. We might reject sooner than later. It's 11:51. All right, so the time doesn't really have anything to do with it right now. But yeah, at 414, I'm probably going to sign off and buy some SPY puts. In fact, that's what I'm going to do right now. I'm looking at the chart. We just filled that little gap in there. And I'll tell you, the gap we filled was from, let me just go down here, right in here. So we filled in a gap from 04 to it's about the last hour. Again, we're at the top end of the candlestick. So I'm not buying yet until I see some red. If they want to push the market up, and I mentioned this, okay, so this is the best thing. For anybody holding on, I'm no longer going to enter SPY puts. I just decided. Why? Because the SPY trades in an 8-point range. So if I'm looking at the SPY right now and I say to myself, maybe we've seen the bottom on the SPY, and indeed it was consolidation, and today went from outflow to inflow on the SPY. If the bottom is 410, the top has to be 418. Okay, does everybody understand that part of it? If we've seen the bottom of the SPY, and I'm not saying we've seen it, but if we've seen the bottom of the SPY, and here's what the chart looks like. So we're at the top end of the SPY, and I can share it with everybody here. It should be right here, right? We're at the top end of the SPY. Yes, there's a little selling because it went up so quick. So I expect to consolidate right back to this level, which would be about 413 and change before probably going higher. Again, I originally said I want to take some puts here. So now I've given you two different scenarios that are mixed, which is why I haven't entered anything. Anytime you're thinking about two different scenarios and they're the complete opposite of each other, you shouldn't enter. Say you were looking at Tesla or Plug or Lucid, and you're like, yeah, I'm thinking about calls, I'm thinking about calls, I'm thinking about calls. And then all of a sudden, 5 minutes later, you're thinking about puts. It's like you're confusing yourself. So I just did that to myself because originally I was thinking about puts at 414 on the SPY where we are now. But I said if we broke 413.88, it's probably going up to 417 today. So there's nothing for me to do because I already told myself if it breaks 414, zoom out, Matt, it's probably going to go 417 because it's going to have an 8-point trading range today. So shit, I don't want to jump on SPY puts when it could still go 3 points higher, which would be 0.75% higher. With that said, I can't promise it's going to reject 414 like I want to. So getting in puts would be dangerous, but I also can't get into calls because if it does reject and we're at the high end of the level, and it really shouldn't reject, it really should go up probably to 416, 417. But again, that's risk versus reward. I'm not chasing and getting in at the top end of the spectrum. If I was going to be bullish on the market, I want to get in right here or at the second dip. So with that said, I am going to get back to my platform. I appreciate everybody joining me today. This was awesome. And please show it off, retweet it. I'll probably tweet it out. Hopefully you guys learned stuff. Again, we're talking about the levels of the SPY, and I'll see everybody later.